All right, Capricorns, let's see what's in the cards for you today. Keep in mind these are general messages. The messages may not resonate, so I ask that you do not force session if it does not resonate. Let's see. Capricorns, what's in the cards? What does the month of April entails for you? What can you expect in the month of April? Okay, a giveaway. So some of you guys may be winning a giveaway. Okay, Six of Pentacles. I notice there's a plane here, so you guys could be traveling. All right. Given that Venus and Mercury is no longer in retrograde and is now direct, I do see it being favorable for travel. You guys are not going to come across or encounter any issues on your journey. So have fun. Be safe. Okay, make sure you have everything, all your necessary documents upon boarding. Okay, because I do see that you have a lot of fun. Yeah, Eight of Wands, you have a lot of fun. This was something that was needed to reignite that said spark back. So from what it looks like for my creators, you guys could have been experiencing some form of creative block. And given that it was pretty difficult, it was kind of hard to really... It's kind of difficult to produce content or produce whatever it is that you're producing because either you're depleted, you're blocked, or whatever. So with this said, trip is actually going to spark that creativity. It's like that inspiration, okay? And you will start to see things pick back up now, yeah, with the Eight of Wands. That's what it literally represents. This could also be pertaining to you being obsessed with your craft, being obsessed with mastering that in the month of April. And given that, I see that you guys may have to be a little bit stern, a little bit strict in regards to your access, meaning that you're going to have to miss out on a couple of things. People are going to have to miss out on you because you have a vision in mind and you are committed to seeing that through. And in order to see it through, it's going to require you to make sacrifices that you may not want to make, but I see that it's going to pay off. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's going to pay off. Yeah, your sacrifices is going to pay off because you pulled the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor, and the Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Okay. Now, I do see in the midst of you traveling, you may meet someone completely new. I don't really feel like this is in a romantic sense. This could be pertaining to collaboration because I did see that Three of Pentacles. Spirit wants you to reevaluate the offers that you are receiving, or you will receive in the month of April, because from what it looks like, it's disingenuine. People see that you will lick, or they see that you have $1 million vision in mind and they're trying to attach themselves to you so that way they can, benefit from it. Because from what it looks like, you are guaranteed success in the month of April. Matter of fact, 2025 is your year, just judging based off of your placements and how the planetaries are moving in your favor. So, given that, I see that there's people here in your spread that may try to, attach themselves to you. Their burdens are not your responsibilities. 333 on the clock with the 10 of Wands, meaning that you're going to have to enable boundaries in the month of April. You're going to notice a lot of people trauma dumping and coming towards you with a whole bunch of, just fuckery. Things that ain't got nothing to do with you. I see you, Queen of... you pull the Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups. Yeah, you're creating that space, but at the same time, not being afraid to, enable boundaries, especially in the month of April, because I see people just... trauma dumping. 10 of Wands, Devil card. Yeah, trauma dumping without even asking your permission. And it's just your aura, your aura kind of attracts these type of experiences, if that makes sense. Meaning, I don't even feel like you intentionally ask or you go out your way to ask to inquire about people's business because you genuinely don't give a fuck. It's just that people just feel the need to share what the hell they need to share in the month of April. And you're going to have to be listen, bro, I'm sorry that's happening to you, but you're going to have to figure it out. They may be asking you for money too. Financially, some people may be aware that you are in the best possible position, and they are trying to see how they can get some of that. Okay, could you donate that's what the Six of Pentacles represent, donation, giving away. Like, could you give me some of that? No, bitch, I'm not giving you not a motherfucking thing. Okay, all right, you pulled the Devil card, which is your card. Okay, so this could be their people's perception of you in the month of April. You are infectious, addicting, and that's why you need to enable boundaries. I see that in the month of April, people are going to be drawn to you, attached to you, and they're going to go to drastic lengths to make this happen because for some reason being connected to you is beneficial. So that's why they're going to drastic lengths to doing this. And yeah, that's why they're going to drastic lengths to doing this, because again, it's from a beneficial standpoint, whether it be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. So enable boundaries, because there's a lot of motherfuckers here that may try to attach themselves to you. Okay, I see that in the month of April with the Devil. You have the Midas touch. Okay, I know a lot of people, there's a lot of negative connotation to it, but if you know, you know. But in going back to the Devil card before I get distracted, your energy in the month of April, you have the Midas touch. I see you attracting things with ease. So given that, you can start to see things pick up with the Eight of Vibes, which translates to the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands signify progress. Seven of Pentacles, yes, that's what we're talking about. Okay, progress. Okay, and now that Venus and Mercury is no longer in retrograde, the energy feels lighter, like noticeably lighter. Okay, in the month of April, communication flows more clearly. Misunderstandings are easier to resolve, and love and creative expression begin to feel more aligned. Okay, now some of you guys could be buying, renting property. Pulled a lot of Pentacles, so obviously money, you ain't gonna fall short of that. Okay, so financially you will be stable. But yeah, you could be buying, selling property. Someone may name you in their will and inherited property. You may be overseeing property for family, or someone may hire you to manage their property. Yeah, real estate here is significant. Could be renovating your home in the month of April. Moving furniture around. You might be doing some deep cleaning, decluttering, or organizing. Okay. Regards to a family member, some of you guys may be helping a family member. Yeah, you may be helping a family member that's in need in the month of April. They might need a place to stay. So some of you guys may offer that temporarily. You may be the one that's moving in with your relative in the month of April, okay? Especially if you've been actively looking. Some of you guys, now if it's not family, this could be friends. Place yourself where you see fit, okay? I see that with all this Pentacles, financially, you are in the best possible position. And given that with the Six of Pentacles, you may be a bit generous. Okay, you just may be giving out money, specifically to your family. Okay, you could be helping out your parents with the bills, ordering groceries, like toiletries, doing things that your peoples will appreciate. Okay, but just do it within, like, please have your discernment, though, because they did pull the Seven of Swords, and the card says shady. Seven of Swords is not the good, depending on your perception of it, or your interpretation of it. But Seven of Swords is not necessarily a good card to pull because it's an untrustworthy card. This card talks about malice. So if you're being called to be generous, just make sure you're exercising discernment. Because I would hate for these people here to play with you, which I don't even feel like you pulled your own energy in the spread. So I don't even see that. Like, how can you, like, what was I going to say? You can't, you created the playbook. So it's like, yeah, you could try it, but your ass ain't going to be successful in the pursuit of that because I see through it. Yeah. Like, you can't outsmart the master. Something to that. It was something else I was going to say pertaining to this, but I just know that they better tread lightly if they're thinking about coming towards you. Now, this could be the people in your corner, your work besties, people that you are affiliated with. Place yourself where you see fit. But with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in the month of April, especially in the workplace, keep things to yourself. These people here do not have your best interests at heart whatsoever. They don't. They're just there to pass time. So if you share your business with your coworkers or your colleagues in the month of April, they're going to spread it. Yeah, you pull the Seven of Swords and Three of Pentacles. This could also be pertaining to going into business. So if you're thinking about going into business with this earth sign, fire sign, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Capricorn, it's not smart. Yeah, don't go into business with this person because they're not to be trusted. They don't even know what they're doing, how they're doing it. Like, this will not be a smart investment. Do things in moderation. Some of you guys could be doing something in excess. That's what the Devil card also represents. Doing things in excess. So just know your limits in the month of April, whether it be spending money, smoking, drinking, okay? This could be pertaining to a plethora of things. Only you know what you need to cut out because it's literally bringing you down. Some of you guys are on the verge of a burnout, okay? Because you've been putting in a lot of work. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles talks about hustle. You've been hustling, and I respect the hustle and the bustle and the grind. Like, you're going to get there. I respect that, but don't kill yourself in the pursuit of that. So in the month of April, try to find some form of balance in work and play. Like, I understand you have a vision in mind. You got things you want to do, things you want to accomplish, but these experiences are meant to be had. Or, yeah. So live. I see an opportunity that's going to be presented to you to travel, to do something fun. Take that opportunity, man. Take it, man, because I see you enjoying yourself. This is something that you need. You need a release. You need something because you're literally on the verge of a burnout. You know how, like, depending on who you are, will determine how long it would take you to get out of this energy. Because a burnout is something serious. That is something serious. Some people may not ever, like, recover from this said thing. That's why it's like, if there's ever an opportunity for you to take a break, call out, do whatever you need to cancel. Do that, okay? Put yourself first. Choose you in the month of April, okay? Now, let's see. The hustle. Red Bull. So that could be energy drinks. Some of you guys could be doing that in excess. You need to do that in moderation. Okay, this could be the things that you're partaking in. All right, in the month. All right, interesting. So I see that you're making executive moves. Yeah, I'm cool on that thinking shit. Let me go ahead and take some form of action because this thinking is just more so overwhelming me. So maybe this could be pertaining to someone here growing tired of their own BS in the month of April, and given that, they're just going to go ahead and take action. Fuck it. So it's like, take that chance, roll a dice. Like, damn, that's my favorite line. Money can't buy your love because it's overpriced. But yeah, like, I see that in the month of April, you're just making executive moves. Yeah. Eight of Swords. It may be a little bit of overthinking, but not too much, because I see a lot of action-oriented cards, or a lot of cards that indicates, yeah, it's time to make some moves, time to make some money. And with you acting on that, okay, capitalizing off of that energy, it lands you a new gig that is lucrative. Look at the cards. I ain't making that shit up. Ace of Pentacles. And this gig is going to bring you the longevity that you desire. Didn't I tell you how the Midas touch in the month of April? Okay. Once you get beyond yourself, you get out of your motherfucking head and into the field, into the reality, you'll start to notice things like moving swiftly. Okay. You need to change. Some of you guys need to change the scenery. Hence why Six of Swords is here. Talks about a girl's trip. You could be going on that. Maybe encountering a man, okay? Or like, because I mean, we have this grown-ass man. Someone ain't playing with you in the month of April. Like, they want you and they gonna have you. Like, this is someone that ain't gonna play games with you. It's one of them things where they're very clear and concise. So maybe this could be you in the month of April. There's no way for motherfuckers to misinterpret you, misconstrue you in the month of April because you're clear, you're concise, you're honest and transparent. The swords represents truth. I speak nothing but that. So if you don't understand that, if you don't get it, that's not my problem. I don't see the desire to explain yourself, to go into depth. You're very straightforward, as you should be, okay? And with you being in this energy, it's what's getting shit done. Like, I commend you, though, because I see that although you may encounter minor, like inconveniences, like you may encounter minor inconveniences or adversity, I see you overcoming that in the month of April. Like, you don't wallow in it for too long because it's like, for what? It's not really getting things done. So with every occurrence, I see you getting through that shit with ease, as you should, okay? You could be renewing your passport. Could be watching animated shows or series, okay? Trying different things. I see a lot of wands, which is good. It represents experimenting. So you're experimenting in the month of April. Okay, experimenting with different clothes, different colors, different niche, 17, excuse me. Just doing things outside of your comfort zone, okay? And now that we no longer have those two planets, Venus and Mercury retrograde, it'd be easier for you to really implement those set ideas you have in mind. If you loan someone money, expect for it to be returned. Now, I do see that April overall is going to be favorable for you. Like, your businesses will continue to be brisk and cash flow appears ample enough to cover any expenses you have, okay? Some of you guys may chip your tooth or you may have one, okay? Now, I do also see that you guys are receiving recognition and praise for a job well done, and given that, you will be able to get away with a lot of things at work, okay? You are their favorite employee. So given that, you're going to notice your employer bending a lot of rules for you. They know they're not supposed to do that shit, but yeah, with the Seven of Swords, they're not supposed to, but they need you. You are needed in the month of April. Like, somebody needs you. Honestly, everybody needs you. That's why there's some people here that's going to drastic lengths to, like, attach themselves to you with the Devil card. Okay, but hey, teachers on, the full moon is something I forgot to touch on. So currently, the moon is now full in Libra, 23 degrees to be exact, which means it'll bring a career matter to a conclusion. So, if you have been interviewing for a job, you'll likely find out within 5 days after the full moon arrives. So the full moon today is like the 13th, 14th, one of them days. The full moon began the 13th. Yes. So 5 days from now, you guys are going to hear something in regards to the set position, whether or not they're going to pursue you as a candidate. Now, I also forgot to mention Saturn. So given that Saturn would not be in your home sector, you may find by then that interest rates are lower, okay? Especially if you're planning on purchasing a home. Pentacles represents, to me, property, okay? So here's where the conundrum come into play. When the interest rates drop, you will have more competition for any space you see and want. And prices may rise. So if you buy now, you can likely negotiate a fixed mortgage rate lower when they may drop. Yeah, you may be able to negotiate a fixed mortgage rate lower when they may drop later. Yeah, when they may drop later. But there may be some form of... Okay, so I'm hearing that if you negotiate... what was I going to say? If you negotiate... Fuck it, it'll come back to me. I don't even feel like thinking about it. But something to that extent, okay? Damn, that's going to bother me. If you negotiate what, Spirit? So if you... Okay, let's just move on. Maybe that's not something that needs to be shared. Okay? Anything else? See you progressing in all areas of your life. Thirst trap, interesting. A bunch of thirsty ass hoes coming towards you. I mean, what's new? Okay, should you give it any energy? Not really. Okay. You can start to feel at ease. You can start to feel the weight lifted from your shoulders, given that Venus, Mercury, and the eclipse are passing. Okay, so Venus, Mercury is no longer in retrograde. The eclipse is currently passing. So for those of you that aren't really familiar what an eclipse are or is or whatever, excuse me, like, what was I saying? Shit, I'm not deleting this video either, so fuck it. If you're not familiar with an eclipse and you want to know what it's like a roller coaster ride, okay, that you wish to get off to catch your breath, but you can't. You simply have to hold on tight until you get to the end of the ride. And that's only because the universe wants to see your progress. And its favorite tool is to get an immediate change. To get immediate change is to send an eclipse. An eclipse will also bring out strengths in you that you never knew you had. So, yeah, bear with me, child. I'm still trying to wake up. Anything else? Capricorn, because the video's getting too long. Virgo could be of significance. All right. Foreign. This person here may be foreign. They may come from a different country. There may be a language barrier. Interesting. So sexually, they are attracted to you. You are going to get a lot of inquiries. Okay. In the month of April. Should you accept those inquiries? Not really. It's because you bossing up. But there's someone here in your spread that ain't going nowhere, though. They ain't going nowhere. Look what you made me do. Wow, I heard this song at work. It was, look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. I don't wanna be alone tonight. So that could be significant. Yeah, so they're only entertaining this person because you're not open to it. You're not open to the connection. You're not open to its entirety. You've literally communicated that this person here can go straight to hell and burn in it. So now they're deciding to settle in this relationship out of loneliness. I don't want to be alone tonight. Obviously, with the devil card, someone here is not content with their own company. They just have habits that just does not resonate with you, okay? They have insecurities. Interesting. But unexpected visitor, that could be that same person, okay? Or for some of you guys may be encountering someone that's very unexpected, a single father. They will let you do whatever you want to them. Okay, someone here just wants to fuck, Capricorn. Damn. There's somebody here in your spread that don't want nothing romantic, no theatrics. They just want some. That's it. That's all. And as soon as you lay that pipe, this bitch gonna lose her mind. He or whoever you are, as soon as you lay that shit down, they gonna lose their mind with the devil card. That's why you need to use your discernment, because not all pussy is good pussy and or dick. Okay? Anything else, spirit? Yeah. Obviously, they're pulling a lot of sexual cards. So sexual attraction here is present in the month of April. So you're getting a lot of inquiries in regards to that aspect. What's new? I mean, as they should. You are stunning, but doesn't mean that, like, you should succumb to it. Yeah, so sexually, you will be attractive. Okay? Your sexual energy would be heightened in the month of April. So you are choosing to hone in on it with the King of Swords. Like, you've grown. You beyond it. This is someone here who, when I see these two cards, master themselves. They master their sexual urges, their desires. So you're able, given that you've mastered that, you're able to navigate through the BS. So a bitch with a fat ass or a man with a, looking good on the stage just doesn't do nothing for you. The swords represent stimulation, like or depth. I need a little bit more than that. Yeah, some of you guys are focusing on healing, rebuilding on a more solid foundation. You're discovering your true sexual nature and letting go of any deep hurts of past sexual history. Someone here in your spirit is manipulative. Okay, all because you are not trying to, like, succumb to their agenda. Yeah, someone here in your spread, interesting. Testing lovers' interest and commitments. I can't stand your ass. So you are very hard to influence, control, manipulate. I mean, what's new? Testing lovers' interests and commitments. So if you are in a relationship, your partner is purposely starting shit with you just to see whether or not you are actually committed like you claim you are. Someone don't entirely believe that you're committed to them. So what they're going to do is make you work hard for their attention. That's why it's challenging. But they want you to have faith in us. Manipulative. What the fuck I tell you? Okay? Can we just be together and stop making it so difficult? No. The answer is no. Don't have any desire to reconcile, to reignite, to anything that has in it. Nah, I'm cool. I feel like some of you guys genuinely can't stand this hoe. Yeah. Like, you can't stand, or somebody here can't stand your ass, Capricorn. And they feel like you are old. They just mad. They just mad because you don't want to give them access. Specifically the Scorpio, okay? Or just these people here in your spread. But aside from that, Capricorns, may your passions be greater than your fears, darling. That's all I have for you. Like this video for me. Hit that subscribe button as well as turn on my post notification bell so you guys don't miss when your girl posts and go live. Have a great day.